Okay. My money makers. The nerve endings on my feet are receding into my leg. Using cold or ice to help with inflammation? There's a debate with the body of evidence out there about cold or heat, and it's confusing. We will answer this question from my clinical perspective, and as a bonus, we will leave our clinic to visit a friend who sells cold plunge tanks and take the plunge for the very first time. But first, please spend a few seconds to like our video and subscribe to our channel. If you found this video helpful in any way, please consider hitting the thanks button and donating. We appreciate your support. We are heading over to Renu Therapy, where I'll be freezing my you-know-what's off and take the plunge in one of their tanks, all in the name of science.
Science rules.
Hey, and we're back with you at Renu Therapy. Wanted to introduce you to Bill. He's the creator of Renu Therapy cold plunge tanks and has been trained in the Wim Hof method. Today, he will educate us about everything cold plunge and the benefits, as well as how he gets in and uses it.
Yeah, so I met Dr. Lin from a good friend, and he said, you gotta get to see my doctor. So I went and saw Dr. Lin. He's truly a genius with the human body and the nerves, and he fixes me.
Obviously, I advocate for cold, the use of cold when you come in to reduce inflammation, any bodily harm that's happened during therapy. But you always say, I'm gonna come in here and, do the cold plunge. Yeah. So I wanna learn a little bit more and, educate our viewership about what happens here at Renu Therapy.
Yeah, so Wim Hof, ultimately, he has a 3-part strategy: stretching, cold water immersion, and breath work. The breath work with the cold plunging is pretty important, because it helps detach your pain receptors. And so if you want to go in the cold water longer, you do the breath work. It takes your mind off the pain of the cold. A lot of big benefits with cold water immersion. One is it reduces inflammation throughout your body. That's key if you're injured. The other one is it helps boost white blood cells for the immune system. And that's kind of...
That's a big deal.
It's a big deal. And then the third selfish benefit to cold water immersion is when I jump in, my brain releases dopamine or norepinephrine, and I feel better instantly. And so I kind of want to have that all the time. So I go in at least twice a day.
So Bill, I want to get started. What do you think about wearing these?
Those are kind of rookie style. But as you, well, yeah, I'd say take them off. Because after a while, you'll start to build up tolerance towards that, and then you can kind of increase the time.
Okay. Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, my personal thought is I just go in and get in. I don't get my feet and the knees and all that. I just go in. When you're up to your collarbone, you're truly doing full immersion. Okay. Right, so do your 20 deep breaths.
So just deep breaths, or is there any special way to do a breath, or just your diaphragm?
So up here, you want to just do kind of like basically a Wim Hof breath. Breathe in deep, let it go. Breathe in deep, let it go. And as you're doing that, you can kind of keep a count, 20, 30, or what have you. And then as you're getting ready to do your last breath, you just kind of mentally gear up. You're going to go in. You're going to go all the way down to your collarbone, and then you're going to get your breath settled. You're going to get settled.
I trust you.
You should.
All right. Hold it. Oh, okay.
All right. There you go. Good man, right up to your collarbone.
What is this? I don't know. It's like Sub-Zero or something, but let's say 50 degrees.
No. You're a little too high. It's actually 39.
39, okay.
If you want to do breath work while you're in the tank, it's very simple. You're going to do 5 because you're just beginning. What you want to do is you want to do a very deep, big nasal inhale, and then on your exhale, you want to extend it as long as you can. And I count in my mind 1, 2, 3, I try to get 14 seconds sometimes. And so that's 1, and then you do another big inhale and extend slowly. So that puts him in a more of a meditative state. It gets you more in your mind and less about what your extremities are feeling.
I'm feeling them, for sure.
Yeah, you are. You can put your fingers up and out if that's, yeah, I can see you're cold.
Money makers.
You know.
So, how am I doing so far?
I think you're doing great. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're doing good.
You know.
I know you
The
are.
best. I think it's starting to settle in. The nerve endings on my feet are receding into my leg, I think.
Yeah.
They're retracting for sure. But yeah, I'm feeling it in areas. Actually, I kind of, it's starting to feel a little bit pretty good around my pelvis, my sacrum. Usually those are stiff areas, so
yeah,
I can see a lot of benefit.
When you pop out, you'll kind of have you'll be in a kind of on a high, a better mood, probably for the rest of the afternoon, which is kind of nice.
My wife will be happy with that.
Yeah.
As I'm sitting here right now, everyone, I'm starting to settle in, and I can see the benefits. Especially with inflammation, I'm reducing some of the pain and aches that I already have that I came in with right before the plunge. And like I tell everyone in the office after we do a great number of body work or especially after activity or practice, to ice. And I think this is another great modality, another great method for us all that we could try this after a practice, and especially the athletes. I think the athletes who are either rehabbing, prehabbing, and getting back to their sports.
You're cold.
Yep, I'm frozen. Definitely, there's a little head rush, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the benefits later on are, and I'll report it back to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for coming down.
You got it. Are there benefits to ice and cold? As mentioned previously, there are both supporters and naysayers. In gist, we would choose cold for pain relief and slowing blood flow that could affect something we call secondary cell death, which is when other cells are being choked to death because of the swelling. Therefore, we want to reduce swelling, which helps calm the acute phase of an injury. We would choose heat to combat something stiff and is helpful for something long-term or chronic. So you could apply heat in the morning before you start your day and cold at night after you abuse your body. We wanted to thank Bill and Renu Therapy for generously allowing us to come in and try a cold plunge tank and being part of this video. If you're interested in learning more about Renu Therapy tanks, we will link it in the description below. We have no financial interest in Renu Therapy and are just helping a friend build his brand. Let us know what you think, and if you want more of this style, leave us some love in the comments box below. Once again, please like and subscribe. We appreciate your support. I'm Dr. Lin. Remember, we heal smarter, not harder.